always comforting when the chairs work out.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Fall 2015 Commencement of the College of St. Scholastica. I'm Beth Domholt, the Vice President for Academic Affairs. Please stand as you are able for a performance by the Wolf Clan. A song will be sung by Misaway Kamikanong. After the performance, please remain standing, face the flag, remove your hats, and join in singing America the Beautiful. Let the ceremony begin.
brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Thank you. And now we will have an invocation from Julie Plata, class of 2015. Julie is graduating today with a Bachelor of Arts degree in organizational behavior with a minor in management. Julie.
Thank you. First, I would like to say congratulations, fellow graduates. Let us pray. Loving God, today our hearts are filled with joy as we graduate from the College of St. Scholastica. We ask for your almighty hand to be upon us. We give you all of the learning, the skills, and the hard work of these years, and we pour out our gifts into your hands. Heavenly Father, we stand before you today filled with gratitude. We are grateful for the support and love of our families. We are grateful for the faculty, staff, and administrators who have inspired us to learn, to love, and to serve. And we are grateful for your strength that has allowed us the fortitude to complete this stage of our educational journey. As each name is read aloud today, we ask you to intensify your blessings on each unique student. And as we proudly walk across this stage, we ask you to guide our steps towards your destination. Please energize this celebration so that each of us feels the significance of this important milestone, and may we hold this memory in our hearts as we continue on our journey. Give us the strength as we go forth, living and carrying out the values of our Benedictine heritage in community, hospitality, respect, stewardship, and love of learning. We ask for your guidance to help us stay true to our dreams, to use our gifts wisely, and to walk into the future filled with faith, hope, and great love. On behalf of my classmates, Heavenly Father, I ask you to bless this sacramental rite of passage as we go forth from the College of St. Scholastica and commence the rest of our lives. Amen.
Please be seated. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of the College of St. Scholastica, it's my pleasure to greet you. I'm Sister Beverly Raway, Prioress and member of the Board of Trustees. Commencement is a special and joyous occasion, the most important ceremony in the life of a college. The St. Scholastica mission reminds us that we are shaped by the Catholic intellectual tradition and are part of Benedictine heritage that has continued for more than 1,500 years. This heritage teaches us to cherish and promote the unique qualities of each individual, to give dignity to human labor, to love learning and culture, to share our goods, and to pursue peace. I am confident that you graduates have experienced these values and that they will remain with you for the rest of your lives. As the students are announced and cross the stage, we ask that you keep your appreciation respectful. We will provide time for you to applaud after all of them have been recognized. Thank you for being part of the community celebration today. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Larry Goodwin, President of the College of St. Scholastica.
Hey, good afternoon, and welcome to campus, family, friends, and particularly graduates. Congratulations. So, you've run the race, and now it is time for you to receive your prize. You will shortly receive your degrees. I'll hand them out to you one at a time. But the actual conferral of degrees takes place all at once. There's a point in the ceremony where I say, I do hereby confer upon you the degree for which you have qualified with all attendant honors, privileges, and responsibilities. And at that moment, you have your degrees. And you change the tassels on your cap to signify this fact. Every year when I say those words, I think about the phrase, the degree with all attendant honors, privileges, and responsibilities. We have a pretty good idea of what the honors and the privileges of the degrees are. You can put some letters after your name. BA, BS, MA, MS, MED, MBA, MSW, DPT, DNP, not all of them, but one or two of them. That's one privilege. You're also qualified for entry into or advancement in various professions. It's another privilege. And you will likely earn, by some studies, nearly $1 million more over your lifetime than people who don't have the credentials, and so forth. Those are some of the honors and the privileges. But I've always wondered, what are the responsibilities of the degrees? Our vision statement says that we want to send forth graduates to serve and to transform the world. Service and transformation, these, I think, are the responsibilities of the degree. We now look to you to serve the world and to transform it for good. We say that knowledge is power, and today we acknowledge publicly that you are powerful people. Use your power to lead and rely on your conscience and your values to show you the destination. Pay particular attention to the powerless. Use your power especially on their behalf. On behalf of the Benedictine sisters and the faculty and the staff of our college, I congratulate you and I wish you genuine success and happiness. It's now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Bob Ryan, sole owner and chief executive officer of Odyssey Development, Inc., founded his company in 1997, specializing in the development, construction, brokerage, and management of resort and vacation property in northern Minnesota. If you go up and down the North Shore, you'll see a lot of signs for Odyssey Development. Over the last 25 years, Bob has developed, constructed, and sold over $100 million in resort and vacation properties. Bob served on the Board of Trustees for 9 years and was granted emeritus status in 2011. During his tenure on the board, he served on the committee that brought varsity football to the college. He was chair and member of the Enrollment Management and Market Development Committee. He was a co-chair of the fundraising campaign for the expansion of our Science Center, and he's the one that put the tunnels in, if you use the tunnels this morning. and he was a member of the Finance Committee of the board. Bob is and has been active as a member of various boards in the Duluth community and northeastern Minnesota. He's currently a board member of One Roof Housing and Common Ground. These are organizations that are involved in developing low-income housing and providing financing and education for the Duluth community. And he's a board member of the Miller Dwan Foundation, a nonprofit organization serving the mental health, chemical dependency, and end-of-life issues in the Duluth region. Bob is a graduate of Notre Dame University, and his volunteer experience includes youth soccer and hockey, school board membership, and church committee membership, and he has served as a Eucharistic minister at Cathedral of Our Lady of the Rosary in Duluth for over 15 years. Bob enjoys traveling, reading, hunting, exercising, all sports, and spending time with his wife Kristen and their children at the family cabin. Please join me in welcoming Bob Ryan.
Thank you, Dr. Goodwin, for that nice introduction. And before I start, could I ask all the graduates to stand and look around at your friends and families and give them a round of applause for all the support that they've given you to get to this day. Thank you. It's very comforting to look out and see a bunch of blue and gold. Those are my alma mater colors too, so I feel very much at home. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to share this day with the staff, the administration, and faculty of St. Scholastica, and the wonderful group of graduates before us today. I am so fortunate to have served as a trustee here and always left our board meetings amazed at the wisdom and spirituality around those tables. The history, values, and ongoing legacy of the Benedictine sisters, championed by our President Goodwin, is truly amazing. As Dr. Goodwin shared with you, I'm in the real estate and resort hospitality business. As the owner of Odyssey Development and Resorts, my work revolves around numbers and stories. My company has 305 staff members. We host over 90,000 resort guests at our properties each year. And at our beach fires, we serve up an estimated 61,000 marshmallows. That's a lot of s'mores. We market to our guests, we take reservations, we greet them upon arrival, we ensure their rooms are cleaned, we start their bonfires, we entertain them with music and kayak outings, we help them escape from their stress and worries, and then we say safe travels and send them home. And then the next day, we do it all over again. Each of these tasks we perform are crucial, but our most important task, the measure of our excellence as a hospitality team, our proudest moments, are when we create unique and memorable stories every single day at every single resort. That is our real purpose in hospitality. My message today is about the importance of measuring our greatness, not in a single aha moment or triumph, but rather in the dailiness of our endeavors. So when I look at this room full of undergraduate, graduate, and extended studied individuals, I come from a perspective of numbers, stories, crayons, and storybooks. There is greatness in this room. There is greatness in the moments of masterful discovery and invention, and there is equal greatness in the accumulation of daily goodness and excellence that will be done by all of you each and every day. Today's commencement ceremonies include 539 graduates. There are 174 graduating from the nursing program, of which 69 are post-baccalaureate degrees. There are 122 degrees in business and masters in business administration. There are 35 in social work, 34 in psychology, and 28 in teaching. And the list goes on. We have Gen Xers, Gen Yers. As I look at this crowd, we have a few baby boomers besides myself here. We likely have over 15 religions represented here. These are the numbers. And now for your stories. Let me begin with a personal story of the gift that nurses brought to my family. You see, I was actually supposed to give this talk 2 years ago. 2 years ago, this past Thanksgiving, my 4 kids and my wife were vacationing in Florida, and we ran the turkey trot. Our family is very competitive, so we don't run in one big happy family group, but we set out to win. All of us made it to the finish line that morning, except my wife, Kristen. Several blocks short of the finish line, she suffered a cardiac arrest, dropped to the road, her heart came to a rest, and she stopped breathing. Within 30 seconds of Kristen dropping, we were told later, 2 nurses running the race who did not know each other came upon her and immediately began giving chest compressions and administering mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. They kept that up until the ambulance arrived and shocked Kristen's heart back to life. Miraculously, Kristen checked out of the hospital 10 days and a quadruple bypass later with her heart in great condition and no complications. No complications after an event that has a survival rate of 8%. The 2 nurses from that race who were credited with saving Kristen's life went to work the next Monday and continued their careers. To them, the event was memorable and important, certainly a gold star day. And it was framed by their combined 42 years of daily nursing. I promise you today that nurses in this room, the day they start or the day they take on new roles, will create gold star stories, but as important, will share their talents day after day after day. Each day they will come to work and give hope to those who are suffering. Among this group, there are those who will travel to the Honduras, Nepal, and Kenya, and they will bring smiles to every person they touch. Our business graduates majoring in accounting, management, finance, and marketing, think of the sandboxes they will work in. I believe business creates the underpinning for all endeavors. The entrepreneurs that will come from this class, their stories will be about new enterprises, innovation, and the mentorship of the next generation of graduates. Our marketing graduates will use their creativity to deliver product information in ways we cannot even imagine today. We know this, as some of us gray hairs can tell you that the words Instagram, iPhone, Twitter, and Facebook never even existed when we sat in your seats. And this group of business graduates, schooled in the Benedictine values, will do it right. Each day they will craft spreadsheets, refine processes, fulfill orders, build houses that become homes. Jobs and family incomes will be created. Stewardship and community volunteerism nurtured, and they will do this 7 days a week. Our health information management graduates, numbering 50, will work with hospital administrators and nurses and doctors to improve processes and outcomes and provide objective data to create a consensus of best practices in medicine. Their stories will be told in journals, clinical practice guidelines, and the ever-increasing sophistication of the electronic medical records. Our college is nationally known for this skill set, and these graduates will serve our communities well. Our graduates in PT leave here with learned skills to regenerate broken bones and torn muscles. They will teach us to walk again. They will teach us new ways of adapting our bodies to be productive, perhaps even golf better, so I was promised. This group of graduates, which will see 9 patients a day and work 250 days a year and have careers spanning 35 years, in their dailiness of care will manage 3,701,000 patient visits. And those patients will heal and, like our family, be gracious. Now that's an important story and some very important numbers. Often the fighters against injustice come to the world from the ranks of our liberal arts students. Our group today, hailing from many of the 36 states represented in our graduating class, are liberal arts students who have studied the history of civilizations, the philosophies of Aristotle and Foucault, the theologies of St. Augustine and, yes, St. Martin, the poetry of Frost and Sandburg, the psychologies of Skinner and James. They have learned to think in different realms. You will populate all job professions, and you graduates from the liberal arts never believe that business doesn't treasure you or want you or need you. Your stories will remind us that sandboxes come in all shapes and sizes, and often wisdom is found far outside of the sandbox boundaries. The world is a troubled place today with the recent bombings in Paris and the shootings in San Bernardino. And with the ensuing anti-Muslim talk, I'm reminded of a commencement address given by the actor Martin Sheen at my alma mater, when he said, and I quote, "We are hearing a great deal of anti-immigration rhetoric these days, and some of it even coming from public servants, which is disturbing. What is far worse is the many unchallenged, swaggering, arrogant, immigrant-bashing voices across the land, and those voices need to be reminded that arrogance is ignorance matured." That, ladies and gentlemen, is an everyday, every hour charge given to us all, regardless of what state we come from, how old we are, what school we attend, and what major we have chosen. So in closing, I ask you to be mindful of your duty to create daily stories. As you leave this auditorium today, this collection of professors and staff and friends hand you a storybook. Perhaps a few etchings are already drawn, but with pages mostly blank. Draw your shapes and figures carefully. Use your skills to ease the ragged edges of lines. Be precise and be outlandish depending upon your mood. And write your storylines with care. Give your words meaning and depth. And when you color in your story pages, don't use the 32 count crayon box, but use crayons of every imaginable color. Be bright and be bold. These are challenging times that demand more than subtlety. And finally, make sure you complete every page. Make stubs of your crayons. Fill the pages. Your stories are way too powerful to be left untold. Congratulations to all of you, and thank you.
Thank you, Bob. Are you comfortable?
Yeah.
Would you come back up to the podium now?
Always with you, Larry.
Thank you for your words. We have, I'll read you what this is. It says, whereas Robert Bob Ryan exemplifies the Benedictine values of community hospitality and respect in his volunteer work on behalf of the college and with various agencies and organizations in the region. And whereas Bob exemplifies the Benedictine value of stewardship through his philanthropic sharing of time, talents, and gifts with the greater Duluth community, his profession, and the college. And whereas Bob exemplifies the Benedictine value of love of learning by integrating thought and action as complementary aspects of a full human life, and whereas Bob exemplifies the College of St. Scholastica's vision to send forth thoughtful leaders, sharpened and sensitized by the liberal arts, who are committed to serve and to transform the world. Therefore, in recognition of his contributions to the College of St. Scholastica as a past trustee, a trustee emeritus, and as an advocate for students and the college, the administration hereby conveys upon Robert Bob Ryan a great degree of gratitude this 19th day of December 2015. Let's get a picture here.
And now please welcome Antonia Ross, class of 2015, mezzo-soprano, who will sing When You Believe, accompanied by Dr. Leanne House.
Many nights we've prayed with no proof anyone could hear. In our hearts a hopeful song we barely understood. Now we are standing here, our hearts so full we can't explain, seeking faith and speaking words we never thought we'd say. Oh, there can be miracles when you believe. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill, yeah. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe, somehow you will. Oh, you will when you believe. Oh, yeah. In this time of fear, when prayer so often proves in vain, hope seems like the summer birds so swiftly flown away. Now we're standing here, our hearts so full we can't explain, seeking faith and speaking words we never thought we'd say. There can be miracles when you believe, though hope is frail, it's hard to kill, yeah. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe, somehow you will. Oh, you will when you believe. Oh, you gotta believe, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, 'cause they don't always happen when you ask how. Oh, no. And it's easy to give in to your fears. All right, yeah. But when you're blinded by your faith, can see the way to get through the rain. A small but still resilient voice says hope is very near. Ah, miracles. Oh, when you believe, the hope is frail. It's hard, so hard to believe, yeah. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe. Somehow you will, somehow, and now you will when you believe. Oh yeah, you will when you believe. Oh, you gotta believe, yeah, yeah. You will when you believe.
Thank you. Our student speaker today is James Glogowski, who will be receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in nursing. James grew up in the rural town of Nevis, Minnesota, about 2.5 hours west of Duluth. He obtained a certificate in the field of emergency medical services in 1996 and went on to earn an Associate of Science degree in nursing in 2003 from St. Catherine University. During the past 12 years of his nursing practice, he has worked in high acuity cardiovascular and surgical intensive care units, in a level 1 trauma center emergency department, and currently as a critical care transport nurse on a helicopter and ground ambulance. He also teaches various courses in emergency medical services and is an officer in the United States Army Reserve. His current rank is captain, and he is assigned to a forward surgical team. James has been on multiple overseas training missions and deployments. In his most recent deployment to Afghanistan, he was highly decorated, earning the Bronze Star Award and Combat Action Badge. Following graduation, James plans to attend graduate school to become a nurse anesthetist. James currently resides in Farmington, Minnesota, with his wife and 2 daughters. Please join me in welcoming James.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to start out by reminding you I am in the Army, so if I sound like a drill sergeant, I want to apologize beforehand. I would like to thank Dr. Goodwin, the trustees, the faculty and staff at St. Scholastica, my fellow graduates, and our friends and family. This is a monumental day, and we could not have done it without the support of every one of you. I want to say thank you from all of us. I understand the fall 2015 graduates come from multifarious learning environments, from traditional students attending multiple campuses to online students all over the country, and from graduate to undergraduate students. We are students from the humanities, business, nursing, education, and the sciences. Nevertheless, we are all saints. Our diverse educational journeys have led us to this wonderful day. I want to be the first to congratulate my fellow 2015 graduates. When I received the great honor of delivering this commencement speech, my immediate thought was, am I going to have enough left in me for one more time? Can I craft just one more paper? However, my spirits lifted when I recognized the difference between this assignment and previous coursework. The difference is, I fortunately did not have to follow a rubric. I think all of us over the course of our school career have written well into the hundreds of papers, not counting all the projects and discussions. I'm guessing you all know what I'm talking about. Once you hand in your last assignment, you feel extraordinary. Once I complete this speech, I will finally get to share that moment with you. Today, I want to share a few things about St. Scholastica, its histories, the school's mission and vision, and the Benedictine values. Many of you are aware that this admirable institution is over 100 years old. The College of St. Scholastica was founded in 1912 by pioneering Benedictine sisters. Many of you may not know its foundation was developed 15 centuries prior to its establishment with St. Benedict. He founded a set of rules that are still utilized to this day by Benedictines. In the mid-1800s, nuns were asked to give up their more comfortable, familiar environment in Bavaria for a life of poverty, hard work, to establish schools in America, and to share their order's values. Our school is molded by the Catholic Benedictine heritage, providing intellectual and moral preparation for responsible living and meaningful work. St. Scholastica aspires to be a diverse, inclusive, academic community of excellence grounded in the rich Benedictine tradition, sending forth thoughtful leaders sharpened by field-specific inquiry and sensitized to the liberal arts who are prepared and committed to serve and transform the world. Every one of the graduates sitting here today can say his or her intellectual adventure encompasses the mission and vision set forth by this great learning institution. The Benedictine values are the framework for students and the faculty and staff at St. Scholastica, which help us to fulfill its mission. These values are community, hospitality, respect, stewardship, and the love of learning. When I decided to complete my nursing degree at St. Scholastica, I read the Benedictine values, and I felt that these beliefs mirrored my personal philosophy. The College of St. Scholastica has a strong investment into the community. They are one of only 47 post-secondary institutions nationwide with at least 5 federally funded programs reaching out to students in grades 6 through 12. One of these programs prepares low-income, first-generation students in math and science so that he or she is successful in a post-secondary setting. For many of us, we witnessed this commitment and our education exposed us to community outreach. Many of us have volunteered, observed, or completed a clinical for service that benefits the local community. We are partners with these groups, improving the lives of many individuals. As saints, we create a climate that promotes a sense of community, valuing the uniqueness of the individual while at the same time serving in both local and global contexts. Hospitality is synonymous with welcoming and friendship. St. Scholastica has always fostered a welcoming environment. The warmth received from faculty and staff create a positive atmosphere for learning. I recall when I was given the order that my team would be deploying to Afghanistan. I was worried about what this would mean for me and my current plan to complete my degree. I sought guidance from my advisor, Mrs. Pam Olson. She explained to me not to worry, as I would jump right back into where I left off upon my return. Her generous behavior set me at ease in a time of stress. Mrs. Olson, I want to thank you for assisting me in a time of need. School's vibrant and active student body has enabled students to build lifelong friendships through residential life, activities, and coursework. The understanding of hospitality extends as we enter into a new phase in our lives by keeping an open mind to new ideas and change. We have all been accepted by St. Scholastica. As we journey out, we need to apply the value of hospitality to our professions, to welcome the stranger, and to offer a hand when help is needed. Respect is one of the most famous sections in Benedict's rule. Quoting one of these rules, "This, then, is the good zeal which members must foster with fervent love. They should each try to be the first to show respect to the other, supporting with the greatest patience one another's weaknesses, of body or behavior and earnestly competing in obedience to one another. Members are not to pursue what they judge better for themselves, but instead what they judge for someone else. Among themselves, they show pure love of sisters and brothers, to God, loving fear, to their leader, unfeigned and humble love. Let them prefer nothing whatever to Christ, and may Christ bring us all together to everlasting life. I hold this value close to my heart. I feel respect is a belief that is lacking in today's society. In my opinion, prominent leaders ought to portray reverence regarding race, gender, ethnic background, and religion. Matthew 7:12 says, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." I believe this means that God created all people, and he created them differently for reasons and purposes we may not understand. Regardless of how we perceive others people to be, they are God's creations, and it is God's will for us to show respect to everyone. In today's world, there seems to be much turmoil. I have witnessed war. I see unrest in our society. There appears to be less focus on people and more focus on oneself. We live in a time of crisis, but with potential risk comes great opportunity. It's time for respect to be that opportunity. Stewardship is another significant value to comprehend, as we are all responsible for resources in the world, and we must be prudent because assets are limited. The understanding of this value allows us to recognize what we have is not ours, but the possessions around us, even our organizations, are entities that we should prepare for the future and not just today. Additionally, stewards are leaders. However, they are leaders that are not in search of personal gains. He or she does not look for the glory or the attention for his or her work. This reminds me of Moses when he led his people from Egypt to the Promised Land. Moses led his people across the desert for 40 years. He achieved the goal he set out. Nevertheless, he did not personally benefit by entering the Promised Land. The coursework at the College of St. Scholastica has developed us into steward leaders. As we set forth on this journey, we need to remember this fundamental philosophy. The last Benedictine value is the love of learning. I know my fellow graduates would not be here today if they did not share this belief. Many of you have sacrificed time away from family or friends, but the reward allows us to move forward in our next step in life. For some of us, it may be seeking additional education in your profession, researching something you are passionate about, or attending graduate school. The love of learning and passing down knowledge that enriches student lives for faculty and staff at St. Scholastica is evident. I've had several influences during the completion of my degree. I do not think I would be up here if I were not encouraged to expand my writing skills by Dr. Dennis Feltwell. I would have liked to thank him personally. Unfortunately, he was not able to attend today because he is warm and cozy in Florida with the Canadian geese. In my nursing classes, Miss Julie Kantarek and Mrs. Candace Ginsberg were especially influential in fostering a positive learning environment. Their comments went beyond the cut and paste answers we sometimes hear in life. They were encouraging and promote my continuing education. I would like to take this time to thank them for being essential in my learning. I know that learning in life never ends, and I challenge everyone here to incorporate this love of learning into his or her life. Most importantly, I want to thank my family for supporting me in this endeavor. I know I have sacrificed time away for studies and coursework, but I could not have done it without y'all standing behind me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. In closing, I hope every one of you is leaving here with a better understanding of the College of St. Scholastica's history and the school's mission and vision. I spoke extensively about the Benedictine values and why these values are imperative in our lives as saints. We are graduates who will influence and aid our community. We welcome people with warmth in a time of need. We respect individuals for who they are. We are stewards of the earth's resources and sacrifice personal gain for the success of another. We are lifelong learners and embrace the love of learning. These values have added to our moral philosophies and will shape our lives for the future to come. Once again, congratulations to the graduating class of fall 2015, and as we say in the Army, hooah! Thank you.
Thank you, James. Dr. Goodwin, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled have qualified in all respects for the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degree by successfully completing curricula offered by the departments of the College of St. Scholastica, and have been recommended by the Faculty Assembly and the Board of Trustees to be entitled to all rights, privileges, and honors, as well as the obligations and responsibilities pertaining to the degree.
Baccalaureate graduates, please stand. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the College of St. Scholastica, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts and/or Bachelor of Science for which you have qualified, with all attendant honors, privileges, and responsibilities.
Okay, all but the first row who's going to come through may be seated. Sonia Kathleen Bauman. Hamdi Arale. Rita Elizabeth Aspinwall. Anna Elizabeth Backberg. Noah Barton. Matthew Lawrence Burgess. Felicia Butler. Dawn Christensen. Emily Frances Cole. Angelina Casada. Tammy Lynn DeRozier. Christopher Dixon. Danielle M. Dupuy. Amanda Jean Figi. Catherine Colleen Chandra Gray. Kaylee Ann Gooderjohn. Christine L. Hansen. Brianna K. Hattenberger. Juliana L. Hensler. Brooke E. Herring. Andre Hill. Christine Isaacs. Cassidy Ann Jane. Luke Andrew Johannesson. Wendy Johnson. Ashley Johnson. Jade Alexandra Kalbrenner. Kelsey Therese Catel. Troy Michael Kemmerer. Maggie Kurtovich. Amanda Lemire. Easton James Marlowe. Nikki Mealy. Connie J. Mikrit. Najma Mohammed. Raul Stephen Negrete. Yesenia Nevarez. Timothy Robert Newstrom. Brandon Nasserini. Haley O'Fallon. Anna Karina Olds. Lauren Patterson. Nathan David Pike. Jessica Pullman. Samantha Pritchard. Robert A. Robinson. Aaron James Rodriguez. Peggy Romero. Nice. Antonia P. Ross. John Shapiro. Catherine Simonet. Erin Ann Simpson. Megan Scoutis. Emily Rose Smith. Melissa Nicole Storstad. Natasha Tanner. Neil Thomford. Angela Walter. Brooke Ann Weiss. Mitchell Welters. Ginger Wias. Michael Widmer. Sean Peter Willis. Pang Yang. Jillian Wide. Morgan Young. Khadijat Akimpalu. Julie Plata. Amy Carolyn Archambault. Cassandra Baltus. Kelly Jean Bowes. Dana Dobbs. Ryan Timothy Farrell. Karen M. Furstenberg. Adam Lee Holden. Christina Igbavboa. Majalisa Carto. Jennifer A.S. Kipka. Connor Lucas. Bria Lundmark. Andrew Cole Markey. Janessa Matheson. Mandy Murray. Michelle Lynn Nab. Juanita Perkins. Anna Ryan. Jasmine Lucille Scott. Ramlin Soto. Maureen Patricia Swanson. Christina Ray Taveras. Elsa K. Tefera. Rebecca Ann Vander Weist. Jamie Zagaris. James Matthew Glogowski. Join me in congratulating these graduates. Dr. Goodwin, it is now my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled have qualified in all respects for degrees by successfully completing the graduate curricula offered by the College of St. Scholastica and have been recommended by the Faculty Assembly and the Board of Trustees to be entitled to all rights, privileges, and honors, as well as the obligations and responsibilities pertaining to the degrees of Master of Arts, Master of Science, Master of Education, Master of Business Administration, Master of Social Work, Doctor of Nursing Practice, or Doctor of Physical Therapy.
Masters and doctoral graduates, please stand. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the College of St. Scholastica, I do hereby confer upon you the degree for which you have qualified: Master of Arts, Master of Science, Master of Education, Master of Business Administration, Master of Social Work, Doctor of Nursing Practice, or Doctor of Physical Therapy, with all attendant honors, privileges, and responsibilities.
All but the first row of the master's graduates can be seated. Amy Grimm. Christopher Charles O'Brien. Lisa Renee Radke. Shauna Hudson Ottman. Ashley Jean Carlson. Gretchen Ann Danielson. Genevieve Sengi Epi. Garrett Wayne Estenson. Rebecca Golick. Joaquim Harris. Susanna Elizabeth Johns. Jillian Catterlick. Diana Cleveter Daigle. Jessica Marie Martinson. Bradley J. Matuska. David J. Medvec. New Lee. Nicole Hagan Moody. Amanda K. Pond. Samuel Dillon Pond. Joshua Jean Salzman. Megan Paula Schultz. Teresa Catherine Severance. Amanda Hope Skorich. Greta B. Sorvik. Catherine Tentis. Danielle Tervine. Rikara Turner. Spurti Prasad Udarhali. Casey Van Queckelberg. Jenna L. Verent. Gail Arlene Wahlberg. Caitlin Elizabeth Bielaskevich. Joshua D. Wilcox. Heather Kachimba. Christy Lee Alt. Susan Marie Dawkin Altenberg. Roberta Bomber Baranda. Padma Priya Bonaghu. Jennifer Boucher. Ashley Marie Ellen Brown. Lisa G. Brug. Danielle Renee Buckmeyer. Jillian Marie Coleman. Adam Daniel Cutter. Candy Gano. Sarah Grenberg. Heidi Hansen. Mary Beth Hausner. Heather Hodgson. Danielle R. Jesperson. Zachary Jack Larson. Benjamin Murphy. Jennifer K. Pansky. Bonnie Peterson. Gina Marie Plotz. Jennifer L. Schultz. Charisse Sy. Krista Yvelle Fink. Megan Zinkin. Dr. Gina B. Diaz. Dr. Chai T. Low. Dr. Deborah Adams. Dr. Lin Xiaozhong Chen. Dr. Susan George. Dr. Renee Hill. Dr. Stephanie Calavoda. Dr. Suzanne Lynn Kessner. Dr. Anne Marie Olson. Dr. Colette Pintock. Dr. Deanna Simonson. Dr. Janice Swanson. Please join me in congratulating these graduates.
These ceremonies always celebrate the accomplishments of the graduate, but they often neglect the tribute due those who were and are in large part responsible for the very success that we celebrate. So it's time that we honor those who have devoted years of sacrifice, energy, worry, encouragement, and money in order that you graduates would have the opportunity to be where you are today. May I ask that there be no applause, please, until I so indicate. So first of all, would the parents of these graduates please rise? And now all the spouses and children of the graduates, would you please rise? All the grandparents, would you stand up? Brothers and sisters, fiancés, aunts and uncles, friends. Okay, anyone who's had anything to do with the lives of these graduates, please rise. And now, would you graduates please give these very important people the standing ovation they deserve.
And now I'd like to ask Bill Bastian of our music faculty to lead us in singing the college's school song, accompanied by Dr. Leanne House. The song is printed in your program. Please stand and join in.
Tribute raise, fault of learning, a forge of friendship, all of happy college days. Pledge we are faithful on the lot, pledge to bear our heart and hand. Wherever we find, she'll be our guide. We will praise her throughout the land. Lakes and hills and spreading banners, all thy natural charms we love, and we glory in thy greatness, that with favors from above. Pledge we are faithful on the march, pledge to bear our heart and hand. Wherever we find, she'll be our guide. We will praise her throughout the land. When in faith and knowledge crowned, enter we the world of strife. May thy counsels strong and holy aid us in our course through life. Pledge we are faithful on the march, pledge to bear our heart and hand. Wherever we find, she'll be our guide. We will praise her throughout the land.
Please be seated. Now we will hear from Lisa Rosette, Executive Director of Alumni Relations, followed by a benediction from New Lee, class of 2015, who graduated today with a Master of Business Administration degree and who serves as our Inver Hills campus manager and admissions counselor. Lisa.
Good afternoon. As Executive Director of Alumni Relations, it is my privilege to welcome you as the newest members of a group numbering over 21,000 alumni. As time goes by, this college, in your experience of it, will bring a sense of recognition to you and will also be a lifelong connection for you. There are many ways you can stay in touch with the people, the places, and the spirit of the college. I hope that St. Scholastica will always be a home away from home for you. You are saints for life. Please join us for cake, coffee, and punch reception that will immediately follow commencement. It is in Storm's Den on the lower level of Tower Hall. Congratulations and welcome, fellow alumni. I would now ask everyone to stand for the benediction.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, please continue to bless us with your love and support so that we may rise and be successful in any encounter that we may come upon. Continue to shape and guide us with your glory so that we can stay humble and be better than who we are today, so that we can touch the hearts of those we may come across to leave this world a better place than we have found it. Please watch over us and our loved ones, and know that we are grateful for these individuals from this institution and in our personal lives who have shaped and supported us. We know that with you, God, all things are possible as we set out into the world with the gift of knowledge that this institution have provided. Amen.
We'll just go down here and outside. Well, we'll have a... Come right over here. What do I know? We're going the other way. No, we're going the other way.
Well, never mind. I guess we're going that way.
I'll get it. Go ahead and grab your phone.